Hey everybody, happy Monday. I just did the second part of the grocery haul that you just saw in the last video. We just got back from Walmart. I wanted to pop on and say I'm probably not gonna film that much this week just because I'm just so out of it, guys. The sinus infection has absolutely wiped me out. The good part is my pinky isn't really bruised and I can bend it a little bit more. So I'm on the mend with that. Yeah, I'm on this antibiotic, but if you can tell, my face this is like the fine side. It's like fine. This is the swollen side. I don't know if you can really tell a difference, but right down here it's so swollen. It was so much worse than this the other day. But yeah, I have started some chicken soup. I wanted to do the pumpkin bread, and I actually might do that tonight, and just to have a little bit of food to eat. I can't open my mouth very far at all because of it being swollen, and it's hurting a little bit. But I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with the chicken soup. Here is my soup. It has been cooking for about 2 hours. I've just shredded up some of the chicken. It smells really good. And I'll show you what is in here. So these are the items that is in the soup. I have half of a yellow onion, a whole thing of chicken broth, some poultry seasoning, 2 of these chicken bouillon cubes, some parsley, some pepper, some garlic, celery, some peas and carrots. Cooked all that through, and now I turned it on low for the last like 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna add a little bit of cream cheese, some heavy cream, and some xanthan gum, and then we're gonna have a creamy soup. Hopefully. But I'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished. All right, everybody, it's done. It's about 7:30, and I'm just letting it sit to cool off to transport it. I ended up picking out all the big pieces of celery, well, as much of them as I could. I got myself a little bowl. I'm just not hungry. I had like 3 cups of tea through dinner, and I just don't feel well, guys. This sinus infection is really getting me down, but let's try this together. Looks yummy. The only real carbs that are in here is the peas, carrots, and onions, a little bit of celery, the heavy cream, and the chicken broth and the chicken are pretty much non-existent. This should be cool. So let's get a piece of chicken and some peas and carrots. All right, an onion. Here we go. Let's try it. Guys, that's really good. That is really good. And I'm glad I bought the xanthan gum. I kind of got this recipe from Keto with Sammy, but she used parsnips and I didn't use any. But next time I make this, I might, just as kind of a substitute for like tomato. It's quite hot. There's still a little bit of celery in here, but it's not that big of a deal. It's kind of tender now, but earlier I just could not get it to soften up. I didn't get around to making the pumpkin bread. I'll probably do that tomorrow. But yeah, I'll pick back up tomorrow, guys. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a cup of our almond flour. So we're going to combine a cup of almond flour in a large bowl with the sweetener, the coconut flour, the baking powder, the pumpkin pie spice, and the salt. So I'm gonna get our cup of almond flour. The oven is preheating to 325. All right. Then we need a half of a cup of sweetener. We need 1/3 cup of coconut flour. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt. It calls for just a little bit of salt. Pumpkin pie spice. I'm not gonna measure it out. Make sure I got the pumpkin pie spice. I want this to taste like pumpkin. Stir all this together. And then we're going to stir in the pumpkin pie puree, the butter, the eggs, and the vanilla. Pumpkin pie puree in here, half of a cup. All right, so we got our pumpkin in there. Then we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of vanilla, our melted butter, 1/4 of a cup, our 2 eggs. Gonna mix this. I cannot find my mixer, so I'm just gonna do it by hand, which is fine. Set that aside because I should have made my crumb topping first. Whoops. 1 cup of almond flour. 1 cup of, you can't see, 1 cup of almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut flour, and coconut flour smells so good. 1/2 cup of Swerve brown sugar, then our pumpkin pie spice, salt, or 1/2 cup of melted butter. And it says to stir until it's well combined. And this is our crumb coating. So here is our pan. And I'm gonna just take some Pam and spray this down. Get our batter for our cake, for the actual cake, and put it in. It's quite thick, but that is because of the flours that we are using. It says to press it down so it's even. Crumble the topping. Yeah, we smoothed it out. Crumble the topping with fingers. I'm going to take our topping and just crumble it. It seems like there's way more topping than there is cake. Oh my gosh. I really hope I wrote their proportions down. I'm getting this off of Pinterest. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm not a baker. I've stressed this before. Y'all have seen that breakfast pizza. Crumbly goodness. This is what it looks like. It's going to bake at 325 for 35 to 40 minutes. As always, good luck. We're going to do the drizzle. So we're going to do 1/4 cup of the powdered Swerve. Well, that was slightly more than 1/4 of a cup. A little bit of vanilla. And 2 tablespoons of cream. I couldn't find just heavy cream, so I have heavy whipping cream. I hope it's the same thing. I'm gonna add just a little bit more just because a lot of that confectioner sugar. I'm gonna mix it. Here's our cake. It's still kind of warm on the bottom, but it's pretty much cooled on top. This is what it looks like. Nice little layer. And then we're just gonna drizzle the icing over the cake in no artistic fashion. I think I made a lot of icing. I'm excited to try this. I hope it's good. Like, I really hope it's good, guys. I'm slightly nervous. Some of my edges burnt just a little bit, but all right. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but you know what? I'm sure it's gonna taste just fine. Guys, here it is. Let's try it. All right, here we go. Homemade pumpkin low carb coffee cake. That's really good, guys. Oh my God. It's very crumbly. There's a little bit of browning on kind of edges. And that's delicious. I will put the recipe below.